In the 30th year, in the 4th month, on the 5th day of the month, while I was among the exiles by the Chebar Canal, the heavens opened up and I saw visions of God. On the 5th day of the month, it was the 5th year of King Jehoiachin's exile, the word of the Lord came directly to Ezekiel the priest, the son of Buzi, in the land of the Chaldeans by the Chebar Canal, and the Lord's hand was on him there. I looked, and there was a whirlwind coming from the north, a great cloud with fire flashing back and forth, and brilliant light all around it. In the center of the fire there was a gleam like amber. The form of 4 living creatures came from it, and this was their appearance. They had human form, but each of them had 4 faces and 4 wings. Their legs were straight, and the soles of their feet were like the hooves of a calf, sparkling like the gleam of polished bronze. They had human hands under their wings on their 4 sides. All 4 of them had faces and wings. Their wings were touching. The creatures did not turn as they moved. Each one went straight ahead. The form of each of their faces was that of a man, and each of the 4 had the face of a lion on the right, the face of an ox on the left, and the face of an eagle. That is what their faces were like. The wings were spread upward. Each had 2 wings touching that of another, and 2 wings covering his body. Each creature went straight ahead. Wherever the spirit wanted to go, they went without turning as they moved. The form of the living creatures was like the appearance of burning coals of fire and torches. Fire was moving back and forth between the living creatures. It was bright, with lightning coming out of it. The creatures were darting back and forth like flashes of lightning. When I looked at the living creatures, there was 1 wheel on the ground beside each creature that had 4 faces. The appearance of the wheels and their craftsmanship was like that of a gleam of beryl, and all 4 had the same form. Their appearance and craftsmanship was like a wheel within a wheel. When they moved, they went in any of the 4 directions without pivoting as they moved. Their rims were large and frightening. Each of their 4 rims were full of eyes all around. So when the living creatures moved, the wheels moved beside them, and when the creatures rose from the earth, the wheels also rose. Wherever the spirit wanted to go, the creatures went in the direction the spirit was moving. The wheels rose alongside them, for the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheels. When the creatures moved, the wheels moved. When the creatures stood still, the wheels stood still, and when the creatures rose from the earth, the wheels rose alongside them, for the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheels. The shape of an expanse, with a gleam like awe-inspiring crystal, was spread out over the heads of the living creatures, and under the expanse their wings extended one toward another. Each of them also had 2 wings covering their bodies. When they moved, I heard the sound of their wings like the roar of mighty waters, like the voice of the Almighty, and a sound of commotion like the noise of an army. When they stood still, they lowered their wings. A voice came from above the expanse over their heads. When they stood still, they lowered their wings. The shape of a throne with the appearance of sapphire stone was above the expanse. There was a form with the appearance of a human on the throne high above. From what seemed to be his waist up, I saw a gleam like amber, with what looked like fire enclosing it all around. From what seemed to be his waist down, I also saw what looked like fire. There was a brilliant light all around him. The appearance of the brilliant light all around was like that of a rainbow in a cloud on a rainy day. This was the appearance of the form of the Lord's glory. When I saw it, I fell face down and heard a voice speaking.